You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Welcome back to Manifesting Miracles. Today's episode is very different. It's not polished. It's right, Winnie. It's not wrapped up in a neat little bow. But I promise that it's real. It's raw. And it's a story that I know somebody, maybe you, needs to hear right now. If you're in the middle of chaos, if you're feeling broken, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling stuck, I know it's going to sound counterintuitive, but I want you to lean in, okay? Because this isn't just my story. It's yours too. It's the story of how the universe breaks us open to build us into something greater, even when we can't see it in the moment. Let me take you back to where it all began. I've been in flux since September 26th. My house, the home where I lived for 3.5 years, the place where I called my sanctuary, was swept away by not one, but 2 hurricanes in a span of 10 days. Since September 26th, it is now January 2025. Since September 26th, I've been drifting. Airbnb to Airbnb, hotel, extended stay, packing, unpacking, repacking, washing, repacking, moving. Bleeding money, losing stability, but mostly and intensely watching my life feel like it was slipping through my fingers, every single box. One day, I decided I couldn't take it anymore. I had to move the energy. So I did what I do best. I turned to my candle practice. This wasn't like light a candle, make a wish, okay, kind of thing. For me, I had to do the burn it all down ritual. A release the fear, a release the insecurity, call in abundance, call in miracles kind of candle practice. So at the end of this, I went to the beach with my burnt down candles, my jar with all the important components inside of it sealed, and the money that's required for the burn it down ritual, bury it in shrouds as an offering. So part of the ritual is to find something local, like a shell or a rock or anything natural, a way to kind of like seal your intention. But that day, here in Indian Rocks Beach, there were no shells. There are no rocks. Just in that area specifically, fragments of a broken mosaic table or something scattered across the seawall and the sand. And it almost like beckoned me over, right? It was like, look over here, Michelle. So I walked over and I picked up one of those pieces, just a tiny shard of something that was once whole, and placed it on top of my ritual as a final act of surrender. As I walked back to my car, and drove away, in my mind, calling out, "Will this work?" Tearfully saying, "Would anything ever work?" Fast forward to a few days, and I'm moving in to yet another Airbnb. My third since the hurricane. I was angry. I was resentful. I'm exhausted. Now, this new Airbnb, this house didn't have a pool. It wasn't my dream house. And worst of all, it wasn't Dover. The house on the water that I thought held all the magic, the place that I had been desperately dying to get back to. I was stuck. I was stuck in grief. I was stuck in fear. But most importantly, I was stuck on the couch rocking myself, unable to work, unable to move. It just keeps feeling like everything is just unraveling all the time. My mind just overthinking, spinning, honestly. What if I never go back to Dover? Would I ever feel safe again? Was I destined to drift in this washed up paradise forever? And then the third day of my new Airbnb, I was forced to go outside. It had been raining for the past couple of days, which is not very often here in Florida, but it did. And the dogs needed to stretch their legs, and so I could lift my head up off the pillow and put the Kleenex down. And I walked into the backyard, trying to see some kind of beauty in all of this chaos. That's when I saw it. You won't believe it, but let me tell you something. Everything I'm about to tell you, I have sent to my editor to put the photos on and make a YouTube video for you guys on my YouTube for this. As I walk outside, I take my plant to go put it down on something, and there was a table. And at night, I couldn't see the table. And in the day, it had been raining. This was a mosaic table. Not just any table. It was nearly an exact replica of the shattered mosaic I found on the beach during my ritual. I put that plant down and I fucking froze. The tears that welled up in my eyes, my brain trying to catch up. I quickly, because I took a picture of the mosaic because I wanted to remember where I put the ritual, so if I ever walked the beach, I could send it energy, etc. And with my eyes full of tear, I whipped out my phone, and there it was. What were the odds? How was this even fucking possible? And then, as if the universe wasn't done with me, I had seen this like kid's black boogie board in the yard. It was kind of near like this fence. At first I ignored it. I walked past it before probably maybe 3 or 4 times without a second thought. But this time when the mosaic hit, something inside me whispered, "Pick me up. Pick me up. Pick me up." When I turned it over, I saw them. 3 laughing fucking dolphins. What? The same dolphins that used to swim behind my house on Dover. The same dolphins that had led me and guided me to St. Pete. The same dolphins that proved that I was magical. That my proof in the universe was listening. It was listening. It was listening. I dropped to my knees. And then, as if to drive the message home, I opened the cabinet in the kitchen. Inside this Airbnb, and remember, I was told by the landlord that I would be going home the week of Christmas, never intending to continue living disheveled, displaced, homeless, month after month after month after month after month. And inside of this new Airbnb were the exact same bowls that I had bought for myself at the last Airbnb. See, the last place that I was at, they had like all of these white plates and white bowls, and it was like eating at a hospital. I was going insane. So I don't need another box to pack. You understand me? I don't need another thing to carry, but I couldn't live with the insanity of everything being white. So I said, okay, I'm going to buy these pretty, beautiful, artistic bowls. The bowls that I had chosen as a symbol of beauty and abundance. The same exact bowls were in this kitchen cabinet. Not similar, the same. And just when I thought the synchronicities were over, I looked again in the backyard. Remember how I told you that the owner of the Airbnb said that there was no pool? And I had been a little disappointed because I missed my pool and I missed my pool from when I lived in Dallas all my life, when I lived on Dover at the last Airbnb. I'm a water sign. I really need water. It's hard for me to tell this story because it just makes me want to pass out. Well, the person who was running this Airbnb said no pool. And, I missed my pool. And then all of a sudden, I realized there's a pool. It's an above ground pool. It wasn't the shimmering in-ground 15, 20,000 gallon pool I would imagined. It wasn't even ready. But it was a pool. It was as if the universe was saying, you asked and I gave. It may not look exactly how you pictured it, but here it is. I stood there staring at this little pool, laughing through my tears. Because once again, the universe had delivered. The only way the universe could deliver me my dolphins in my backyard, my pool, my mosaic tiles, the bowls. At first I thought, this is the universe spoiling me. Because, one of the things that I always do is I go outside and I tell the universe I'm your favorite, right? But then it hit me like a tidal wave. The magic wasn't in the mosaic. It wasn't in the dolphins. It wasn't even in the bowls or even in the pool. The magic was in me. And when I finally spoke to my overlord, landlord, think of it like Darth Vader. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Well, despite lying to me on December 18th and saying, if you move into your new Airbnb within the next 60 days, you'll be back at Dover again forever. She told me on a random Tuesday that she wasn't renewing my lease because of the dogs. Could you imagine being strung along month after month after month, packing and unpacking, sending this woman gifts, communicating like we were still friends, only to be dragged and deceived like that? What kind of... when she told me she wasn't renewing the lease because of the dogs in that moment, it was as if the universe had whispered, even if you want to go back, that door's closed, bitch. Even if you want to go back, we have closed that door. It is time to let go, Michelle Juanita Lamont. I realized I could release Dover. I realized I could release the house, the dolphins, the dream that I thought I needed. And as scary as it felt, I was okay. For the first time since September 26th, I could breathe. For months and months and months, I've been clinging to her words, to what she told me. I believed her. I thought I was going back to Dover. I thought the magic was tied to the house, to those dolphins, to that life. But once again, the universe laughed at my thoughts and my plans. And it thought it was funny. You see, sometimes we just have to let go of the thing we think we need because the universe is about to make room for something even bigger, even greater. The mosaic, the dolphins, the bowl, the pool, they were all breadcrumbs guiding me back to myself. They weren't just signs. They were mirrors reflecting the magic I'd been too broken to see. But let me remind you, you are the magic. If you feel lost or stuck, I want you to remember this. You don't need the perfect circumstances to manifest your miracles. You are the circumstances. You're the lighthouse. You're the magic. The magic begins and ends with us. This isn't just my story. This is our story. Because the truth is, the synchronicities, the breadcrumbs, the magic, they aren't unique to Michelle Juanita Lamont. They're universal, baby. They're yours too. The fact that you have found me, the fact that you can hear the story, the fact that the universe is saying, you too, listen up. You might not see it yet. Maybe your life feels chaotic, like shattered pieces of a mosaic scattered across the sand. Maybe you're waiting for the signs, waiting for the magic to show up. But here's what I need you to hear. The secret isn't out there. The secret is you. You've always been the lighthouse. You've always been the magic. And the universe, it's been reflecting your power back to you all along. So let me ask you, what are you ready to let go of? What synchronicities are showing up in your life right now? And more importantly, are you ready to step in to the next version of you? Think about it. Think about it. This, right now, this is your moment, baby. This, jump up and down with me. This is your moment. This is your sign. And if you're feeling called to go deeper, to connect with others on the same path, to claim the magic that's always been yours, then meet me in the secret society of manifestors. It's more than a movement. It's a community. It's a sanctuary for your transformation. We meet weekly on Zoom for horoscope and astrology and manifesting calls. We have workshops. We have full moon ceremonies. We have releasing sessions, guided meditation. We even have Reiki experts and psychics coming in. You see, there's been a place that you've been waiting for, and it took me a long time to understand how to build something for all of us. And I have. It's a place where you can share your synchronicities. We have 24/7 forums that you can go in, whether you live in Scotland or you live in Scottsdale. There's going to be somebody on the lounge and in one of the rooms ready to challenge, ready to talk, ready to chat. Your breakthroughs and your dreams will all be celebrated here with us because I love you and I built this for us. So join us. Let's create those miracles together. And remember, my dear miracle maker, everything is always working out for us. But if this is your first time and you don't know how we grind, let's get into it, because this is how we end our call. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. So until next time, beloved, until next time, keep trusting, keep letting go, and keep manifesting those miracles. And for all of us in the Secret Society of Manifestors, I will see you every Monday morning on our weekly motivation astrology call. I will see you in our full moon ceremonies. I will see you in our negative release sessions, and I will see you in our monthly workshops. January's workshop, how to create the highest level vision board. It's a vision board class that I taught and sold out that will be included for $5 a week. $5 a week, get out of here. You will never, ever miss that Starbucks. But the community and the connection that we're building, the paradise for all of us manifestors, collaborating together, supporting and loving each other, is just one click away. I want to see you every Monday on that call. And if you can't make it, it's all recorded so you can watch it whenever you want. I love you. And I'm so proud of you. And I know all of this can seem hard, but I trust and believe that the universe is guiding you. So, baby, it's time for you to get action. Take some kind of action today. Get into Secret Society of Manifestors. Get in there. See what we're about. See what it's about. At the very least, you can get 4 Zoom calls and a workbook for $1 a week. Okay, $1.25. You got this. I did this so everybody could do it. I did this so everybody could benefit, not just the people who could join my classes who can afford $500 to $1,000 for time with me. I did this so we could all do it together. So until next time, keep trusting, keep letting go, and keep manifesting those miracles. All right, producers, cue that motherfucking music. I love you. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance. And yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you. And it's now time for you to win. Yes!